Thank you so much for joining. Today we have a question in which we are to solve the system of linear equations using reduced row echelon form. Okay, so the first thing to do is to convert this system of linear equation to an augmented matrix. So an augmented matrix, that's where we get the coefficients of each variable. So here we have a coefficient 1, here 1, here we have negative 1, here we have 1. So we write them as 1, negative 1, 1, and 1. Then the results also, then we put them in square brackets like that. Then from there, we have to convert in the second row. So this is row 2 and this is row 1. Okay, so in row 2 we have to make, where there is negative 1 we have to convert it to 0. Even where in row 1 where there is 1, the one of second, we have to make those entries 0. Once we do that, it means we have reduced to row echelon form. Okay, so the first thing in row 2, we are going to apply the row operation for row 2, which will be row 1 plus row 2. So when we add row 1 plus row 2, we are going to have the first row will be maintained. Okay, first row will be maintained, but when we add 1 plus negative 1, we get 0. Then when we add 1 plus 1, we get a 2, as well as for the results we get a 2. Okay, so from here, we can take note that the second row is divisible by 2. So for the second row, so what we'll do is we'll have an operation, a row operation, where we'll have half by row 2. In other words, we are just taking 2 into row 2, and this will give us 1 and 1, 1. Then this will give us 0, 1, and 1. Okay, so from here, it is now time to convert this entry into 0 by applying a row operation, which will be, okay, so that is row 1. So the row operation that we use will be negative row 1 plus row 2. So when we apply this row operation, we'll have negative 1 plus 0, we'll get negative 1. Then here we'll have a 0. Then here we'll have a 0 also. Then row 2 will be maintained the same way it is. Then from here, finally, we need to make sure that where we have negative 1, we convert that to just a 1. Okay, because when we use reduced row echelon form, the matrix, an augmented matrix, looks like an identity matrix. So the row operation that we use here, it will just be this row 1 will multiply it by negative 1. Okay, so from there we'll have 1, 0, and a 0 here. Then here we'll have 0, 1, 1. Okay, so 0, 1, and 1. So this is the matrix. Please take note that this is the value of x, and this is the column for y, and this is the column for the results. Okay, so the value of x, this will give us 0, and the value of y, this gives us 1. So the final answer, please take note that the answer is written in this form. So the answer will be 0, 1. Thank you so much for your time.